Hey everyone, if you're like me, you make a lot of cutting boards and probably in the past have spent a lot of time purchasing cutting board conditioner to prepare your boards for sale to your customers. Today I'm going to show you a way that you can cut down those costs and maybe even add a little value for your customers, making a 3-part paste that is going to be used for applying to your cutting boards. Paste does look like this, and in a moment I'll show you how to make it. This board butter is going to be made with 3 simple ingredients. We're going to start with white mineral oil. This is food grade mineral oil, USDA approved. Then we're going to use beeswax pellets. I get these white. And then our third and final ingredient is going to be Carnauba Wax, which I buy in a 1-pound container. You'll need tins to put everything in whenever you cook them all up, and you either need a crock pot or you need a wax melter. I've got this inexpensive wax melter that I picked up off of Amazon. It's real simple to work with. For my board butter, I like to do a 3-to-1 mix ratio of 3 parts mineral oil to 1 part beeswax and Carnauba wax. So very first thing I like to do is I like to do these in 16-ounce batches. So I set my units to fluid ounces. Get the measuring, and let's drop 16 ounces of mineral oil. So 16 ounces is 2 cups. And we're going to do this by weight. And there's 16 ounces. And we'll go ahead and get that poured into our melter. And we'll go ahead and turn our melter on to our highest setting, and we want to get this up to about 165 to 170 degrees Fahrenheit, which will ensure that our Carnauba wax will melt. So while that's going on, let's start with our beeswax. There's 3 ounces. Now our Carnauba wax. All right. Now I like to go with a 3-to-1 mix because that gives you a little bit of a harder wax. You can also go with a 4-to-1 ratio of mineral oil to wax. And when you do that, that's going to give you a creamier type wax to apply. I have made a batch of that, and at the end of the video I'll show you the differences in consistency between what we're making and my 4-to-1 ratio mix. In the meantime, we're going to let the oil heat up, and we'll come back when we're ready to add the wax to the oil. Okay, now that our our oil is up to temperature, I'm going to mix the beeswax and Carnauba wax just so that when we start adding it in, it goes in easier. So we're going to add our wax to the mix. And now that our wax is added, we can start stirring it. And what we want is for the wax to melt and give us a golden color oil that'll then be ready. The key thing is we want to make sure that as this gets mixed up, all of the pellets melt and we have a nice consistency throughout the liquid. Okay, so this is about the color that you want the mixture to be, and obviously you want to have all of your wax melted. And now we're ready to start putting it into the containers. Okay, when you start putting it in the containers, it's important that you lay down some parchment paper, wax paper, or anything else to protect your surface in case of spillage, because this can be a little bit messy sometimes. I'm out of parchment paper, so I'm just going to use a cardboard box. And what we're going to do is we're going to start filling these tins up. These are 4-ounce tins. Links to all these products will be in the description of the video in case you're looking to make your own cutting board conditioner. We're going to add that in. Try to fill toward the top. As you can see, I'm spilling all over the place, which is exactly why I laid down the cardboard. So we'll start off by filling them up most of the way, and then we're going to top off the cans with the remaining mix. For the 24 ounces that I made, that should yield about 7 4-ounce tins with maybe a little bit left over. But we are going to try to top these off as much as possible. Okay, so that gives me exactly 7 tins. And we'll go ahead and come back when this hardens. It takes about 45 minutes to an hour and a half for our wax to harden. So we'll come back after then, and we'll we'll show you how the wax looks and how to apply it onto your boards. On the left here is my mix that is a 4-to-1 ratio. If we take a look at this, it's a very soft, creamy type of paste. That's 4 parts mineral oil to 1 part beeswax and carnauba. Here is our 3-to-1 mix. You'll see this is a lot more like a hard waxy paste. It's a little thicker, so we'll apply it with a wooden tongue depressor, and then as you see, it softens up as it gets worked in. For our control, I'm using a sanded piece of walnut. This is sanded at 220 grit, water popped, and sanded again. And on the left-hand side, we're going to apply the 4-to-1 mixture. On the right-hand side, we're going to apply the 3-to-1 mixture. And to separate the two sides for comparison purposes, I'm going to split this approximately down the middle with painter's tape. And just to mark it for certain, we'll make a small 4 and a small 3 so that we'll see the difference when it's done. As for application, I'm going to use a Scotch-Brite pad, the white Scotch-Brite pad. This is the same thing that I would use to apply Odie's oil, but I'm going to use this first to apply the 4-to-1 paste, and then we'll spatula or use a tongue depressor, get some of the 3-to-1 over on the right-hand side, and work it in again with Scotch-Brite pad. So, don't need a whole lot of wax. But we do want to work it in really good. get rid of that pad. Use a clean pad for the right hand side and the harder wax. So for this, I'm just going to take a tongue depressor, get a little bit in, and work some of this wax onto the board. That should be complete overkill. And then we'll go ahead and work that in as well. Now the one thing you will see on this side is that with the Carnauba wax and the beeswax at a higher concentration, we're still getting penetration with the mineral oil, but we're also going to have a harder surface once this dries. We'll get that worked all in. We'll come back in about 30 minutes and wipe off the excess and see how we are. So it's been about 20 minutes. They're actually about 30 minutes. We're going to go ahead and use dry microfiber cleaning cloth and wipe down the 4:1 ratio side over here, and then our 3:1. And you see that we got a good sheen. And this is dry to the touch, leaves no fingerprints. And over the next couple of days, that will harden a bit and give kind of a waxy feeling. If you apply the butter and it seems like it's drying up on the wood, which will typically happen with end grain, all you need to do is, after about every 20 minutes or so, come back and apply another coat until it gets to the point of where it leaves wet on the surface after a period to dry. So in the end, as you saw, it's a really easy process to make the board butter. And I spoke before about the possibility of passing this along as a convenience to your customers. You can ship this out with your boards if you make it. Or if you happen to have a web store, you can also run this 4-ounce tin for somewhere between, I would say, $9 and $15 per unit. That seems to be about the going rate for this kind of board conditioner on Etsy right now. Thanks for watching. So if you have other ways that you prefer to make this kind of cutting board paste, let me know in the comments. In the meantime, here's some other videos I think you'll like, and thanks for watching, and please remember to like and subscribe to the channel. We hit over 2,000 subscribers just recently, and I'm really thankful for that. See you soon.